All right, welcome everybody. Sorry for the delay. We had a little bit of trouble of getting everything up and running. But thank you everybody for joining in. Um, everyone, for tonight's stream of Alien RPG, it's going to be following the new edition, which is the Evolved edition on a proficiency bonus. I will be your game mother, and with me are the five players who will be running through this campaign of Building Better Worlds with me. One thing to note is that we will, in fact, be using the brand new Evolved Edition core rulebook as we work through this campaign, and we'll see how this plays out compared to the original rules. We previously recorded Stream Zero, and we'll hopefully be getting that added to YouTube in the near future. If you want to see how we went about creating this world and characters, which will be used going forward in this campaign. So, for this campaign, it is called Frontier Fortune. The premise is a fledgling startup corporation, Aurora Ventures, has gambled everything on a single bold move in taking over a failing corporation and purchasing an exploration vessel. Their mission? To push beyond the known lanes, chart unclaimed systems, and uncover planets rich in resources, artifacts, or anything that can be sold to the highest bidder. The company dreams of striking it big and securing a foothold in the new frontier colonies, but they're running lean on staff and desperate for talent. This is where the players come in. They have been hired as a part of this skeleton crew. Maybe they're a seasoned spacer looking for a fresh start, a scientist chasing discovery, or a mercenary looking for a new thrill. Whatever their background, they're now aboard this ship with one goal: survive the unknown, help Aurora Ventures find something worth risking it all for. If you succeed, you'll not only earn passage to the new colony that just became livable, called Ironside, named for its rich bounty of metals that were determined to be in it, and maybe a stake what is to be found along the way. With that, I'm going to have each one of the players introduce their characters. We'll start with Austin.
Hey, I'm Austin, and I will be playing Franz Lechner, who is the pilot for this new crew. Um, he's a former Colonial Marines pilot who had some interesting things happen there and wound up freelancing instead and heard this new venture, and he's trying to make a new life on the frontier.
Awesome. John?
Hi, I'm John. I'm going to be playing Sam Blackthorne. And Sam, he's an officer. He used to be an officer with Wayland Yutani. Was an officer, served aboard many ships for a number of decades. His last ship was his first command, and unfortunately, it ended in a rather tragic way where the ship was lost. He lost some of his closest friends. He was cleared of any wrongdoing. He spent the last year just kind of wandering around the frontier trying to get his head together. And he saw this opportunity. He said, now's the time to get back in the captain's chair.
Awesome. Paul?
Hi, I'm Paul. I am playing the colonial marshal who's been assigned to this program, William Kane. And I think the easiest way to sum him up is say that his little tagline agenda is we're all in this together, and he's planning on trying to make sure everyone on this crew survives before they get rich. Survives so they can get rich.
Awesome. Peter?
I'm Peter. I am playing the company agent, Stanley Carlisle. Stanley has been around for a while. He's in his early 40s at this point. Because of the way space travel works and hypersleep, he's a lot older than that. But he made a name for himself at Seegson when he sold a soon-to-be defunct space station to Wayland Yutani for 5 times the price that he thought he was going to.
Do something about that.
After that, he got in with this startup. Unfortunately, the startup eventually kind of wasn't making a profit and got bought up by this now new company that he's a part of. And they kept him on because he kind of knew some of the ins and outs, and now he's got to meet a whole new crew of people.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. And Liam.
Hello, my name is Liam, and I'll be playing Isaac Grayson, the ship's science advisor. A survivor of the New Earth Plague, Isaac has sort of devoted himself to becoming a virologist, a study exoviruses and microbes out in the frontier and how they might affect colonies and maybe how they can even be used for profit or otherwise.
Exciting stuff. So, with you on this ship that you're aware of, always a good sign, always a good sign.
That we're aware of.
You have 2 security personnel, Flash and Gadget. They are there to provide security for the ship, security for you, and anything that may go on. So I am configuring so now that you can see the individuals. Additionally, on this ship are 2 engineers, Morgan Vance and Riley Torres. They've been with they were previously on the other corporation as well, and then got bought out and they got held on. They're both good at repairing anything. One usually does the vehicles, one will do the ship. If they both need to do the ship, so be it. So I will go ahead and uncover those 2 individuals as well for you. Awesome. So with that, you all get on the ship. You're taking off, you get into space, and now you get into the main conference room for your welcome video. So, here we go.
Welcome to Aurora Ventures, where the horizon is just the beginning. We are a bold new startup built on one idea, that the next great frontier isn't waiting to be found, it's waiting to be claimed. When others pulled back from the edge, Aurora took a risk, acquiring a failing...
Apologies. Are you guys getting feedback on that?
We're
I'm
hearing
getting an echo.
Echo? Okay.
Must be a really big conference room.
Yeah.
I think it's coming through John's mic.
It might be through my headset. I'm not sure. That's why I just wanted to
I think it
double
was
check.
through John's based
Okay.
on the indicator in Discord. Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Are you using speakers, John?
I'm using my laptop. I don't have a headset on. So,
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to let it run.
Corporation and one exploration vessel, the Aurora Venture. Our mission is to push beyond the known lanes, chart unclaimed systems, and uncover the resources, artifacts, and opportunities hidden in the dark. We run lean. Every decision matters. Every crew member counts. You're here because you've got the skill, the drive, and the imagination to make a difference. Out here, discovery isn't just science, it's survival. Together, we'll turn potential into profit, and exploration into legacy. So welcome aboard, crew of the Aurora Venture. Secure your gear, learn fast, and keep your eyes on the stars. Aurora Ventures, lighting the way forward.
Awesome. And as soon as that clicks off, someone that you haven't seen rushes into the room and goes, so what did you all think of that video? Great, right?
Aside
Very
from
inspiring.
the feedback technical difficulties, it certainly gets the job done.
I
Yeah.
agree completely. I'm excited to go on an adventure.
Yeah, you all don't have
Right.
to lie. I had to make that up for HR. They told me that I had to make some sort of inspirational video to show, but I threw it in AI. It had an echo in it. It was talking about different things that may or may not be true. But who needs that when we're going to space? So just so you are aware, my name is Ellis Freese. I am the CEO of this company. And with me is my assistant, Kieran Holt, who will also be accompanying you all on this journey. And so I'm going to open them up to you as well.
Okay. GM, I do not see Gadget, but I do see Flash.
Okay, let me. Yep, perfect. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, and so he's sitting there looking at you, kind of doing a basic talk, and then turns to you all and goes, "Listen, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You all here were hired for a job. I'm here because I love space and I love the excitement. Pretend like I'm not here. Just do what you would do, like if I'm not here. Okay? So, what
Okay.
questions do you have?
Isaac raises a hand.
You.
So Isaac, he's wearing a lab coat and a jumpsuit. The notable thing is sort of his, longish hair, but most importantly, the respirator that hangs on his neck. And he looks around at the crew. Is this everyone we have for this expedition?
Absolutely. Isn't it incredible that we were able to get all this talent here?
It's not who is here that bothers me. It's the lack of, well, typically SEV teams have multiple scientists in their fields. My field is in virology, of course, but if you're looking to uncover geological samples and such, I'm afraid I might have to improvise.
Don't worry, this is a pretty standard start to things like this. I don't know if you've ever been on a actual startup before or not, but this is pretty on par.
And seeing as you mentioned multiple startups, I take it the first few you were on didn't do too well.
That's under NDA. I'm sorry.
Well, I am
We need to
so
talk
glad
about
to
this
have
more
you.
later.
But yeah, you have the ship, you have the computers on the ship. I'm sure you can make it all work. It'll be great. It'll be perfect. I know this is going to be an amazing deal, an amazing experience. This is going to be awesome. What else do you guys have?
Where's our first destination?
Get going personally. Yeah.
Destination.
We just need to know what is your plan? Do you have a plan for us? Or are we just at liberty to go wherever we want to go? Because
out of character, that is a good question. Where are we on the sort of map of the universe? Are we to the right of the middle heavens? Are we to the left? Where are we in this sort of direction?
Great questions. Let me change the screen and we can show you the map. All right. So now that we have this up there, I am going to switch over and change the scene. Okay, and now we will activate it. All right, so now you should all see.
There's no tokens, and it does not give me visibility, unfortunately.
Okay, let me change this to...
Scanners are dark, Captain. I can't see a damn thing out here.
There we go. Now can you see?
Oh my god, we're all the way out there?
You all are starting right here in the Tataris sector. From there, we will move to whatever this cluster is. And then we will move to this cluster. And then this cluster. And then we'll resupply over here, hit this one, and then finally end up at Ironside. And all these other blue rings, I heard there are places that we can stop at if we have time and stuff. But yeah, my assistant did a great job putting this together, and I'm looking forward. So our first place is going to be here.
What do we know about this cluster?
It hasn't been explored. It just is there. Satellite saw it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was curious, do we have any astrographic data about that area at all? Surely there must be something.
The fact that it's their destination must mean there's some charts, or at least a probe went by.
You know what? I'm gonna have Kyrian come over and talk. I think she can speak to this. Yes. Kyrian. And she kind of just walks over. She deals with this all the time, and is just, there is no like change of face or anything. It just comes over, and she goes, based on our initial estimates from the company that we acquired, along with some other avenues of intelligence, we have determined that each one of these stopping points has the ability for life. Additionally, has the ability for high potential for resources, whether that be metals, whether that be changing the planets in a very small amount of time and terraforming them into something that's livable. So each one of these has something like that. Everything in blue will determine based on time. They have a slightly lower chance of having something in them that can be redeemed for money, whether we capitalize it or sell the rights to whoever or the information. But this is the best plan on while also getting everyone to Ironside in the safest amount of time and the most efficient amount of time, where we think we could recoup the amount of money to get you all out there. And then there are some people out there who are ready to come back that we will be switching you out with once we get there.
Right. So
This may sound like a
Go ahead, Mark.
let me. This may sound like a naive question, since I'm not really versed in the business side of things, but who's running the company while you're here, or are you now running the company from here and this is now your new headquarters?
Oh, everything's ran back at headquarters. We bought the whole entire administrative portion of what was that company name again? Eclipse Industries. Where was he? And he points at Stanley. And he goes, Stanley was there. Great guy. Interviewed him myself. Had a phenomenal talk with him. I know we're in good hands. And so I have HR and all the administrative pieces there. I can still call back if I need to. I have my assistant here who can do whatever she needs to do. Don't worry. It'll all be fine.
Now, one other question. Are they dressed the way their little character portraits are? You know, him in a suit, she in a, sort of business attire?
100%.
Okay. I assume that when we explore planets, you guys are going to stay on the ship unless you brought slightly more practical wear, particularly footwear.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I had Flash and Gadget over there go and haul a couple of my bags in, and they just kind of like, you look at them and you see their eyes roll because you know it wasn't a couple of bags. You know it was way more than that.
Yeah.
Do Flash and Gadget have the Aurora Venture logo on their uniform, or are they more sort of hired PMCs from like the core systems?
They're just wearing standard black uniform, and it's just like a patch logo that you can just change it on. So presumably they could go work for another company, shirp it off, whatever. But that's all you can tell based on that is they do have a patch. It's just Velcroed on to their chest, and they're just wearing their black fatigues. They're not in their full BDUs right now. They're just kind of in casual stuff.
Okay.
And one more thing. You all were talking about well, you weren't, but who wouldn't want to know this? Money. It was all in your contracts, but I'll be sure to provide it to you all again upon your agreed upon weekly prices. And so I'm going to tell you all this side screen. Liam, you are 1,400 weekly.
Ooh, nice.
The officer and marshal are 600 weekly. The pilot is 900 weekly. And the company rep is 850 weekly. Additionally,
are we being paid? Sorry,
Go
are we
ahead.
being paid in UA dollars or some company script?
Oh no, definitely Wayland Yutani dollars. That
Very
this
nice,
company,
very nice.
yeah.
Okay. Credits will do fine.
Yeah. And then Ellis turns to you and goes, "Yeah, and just so you know, we threw in a little bit extra. You get 2% of any findings that we have on any planet, ship, or anything that may come of it. You get 2% of it.
2% each?
Each
Okay.
of you get 2%. So, but
Just wanted to make that clear.
I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. I hope you all have a great time. I'm going to go back to my quarters and get some sleep." And he kind of turns to Kieran and just goes, "Let's get out of here." And they just start to go. And then he kind of just turns around and he goes, "Oh, and I love the excitement of this. I can see the energy on your guys' faces." And then turns around and then starts to go again. And he goes, "Oh, one more thing. Just pretend like I'm not here. Remember, pretend like I'm not here." And then just kind of twirls off. And so now I leave the ship up to you guys. I'll leave it open to discussion. You guys can go. You guys can do whatever. I'll leave it up to you guys for a bit. If you guys want to have a chat, discuss things, whatever.
Isaac will look at everyone here and is like, when I'm in my lab, just talk to me on the intercom before coming in. Some things I'm working on, might not be safe until I take care of it. Also, I need to see if I can do a checkup on each of you. I need to make sure I know of any allergies I may have if any of you get sick.
Oh, don't worry about
My
that.
medical
We had
records are on
a.
file.
Yes,
Yeah, I
they
was gonna
are,
say,
but how long have they been updated? It's hard to tell.
it's up to a week ago.
Okay.
They put us through medical checkups when we signed on. Wanted to make sure that we were going to be able to survive the rigors of this trip.
Drug test, all that. So
Passed
sorry
with
about
flying
that.
colors myself.
Yeah, I have this thing. I got an A on this hepatitis test, so it must be good, right?
You passed.
That was your attempt at
Okay.
humor.
That was out of character. Sorry.
No, I know.
OOC, out of character.
Stan or Stanley, do you prefer, or do you prefer Mr. whatever?
Carlon.
Mr. Carlisle.
I like to keep things casual, at least on the ship. So call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
All right, Stanley. Please don't take this wrong. You are the company representative. Did you have any clue that the boss and his XO, his, aide de camp, were going to be on board this thing?
Of course. He just kind of wanted me to keep it tight-lipped. He has a penchant for surprises.
How do I tell if he's lying?
Harmless.
How do I tell if he's lying to me?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and do our first roll. So you should have two options to do this. If you pull up Foundry, there should be in the top left a hub up there. If not, in the top right, you'll see actors. And then if you click on your sheet, let me pull you up. I would want. Let me look at skills. Okay.
I believe it's either empathy or observation against money.
I was going to go with observation. So if you pull up your character sheet and then click skills, you'll see observation listed. All you have to do is click observation. You'll see it kind of hovering over.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a success plus an extra. So I'm gonna do this.
I got the success. So.
Oh, you did. Okay. So yeah,
I got diddly.
nothing. Okay. Yeah, he
he's completely believable.
Yes.
100%.
Okay. All right. Well,
I love it. We already got our first kind of pseudo contested role there. I like it.
So tell me, Stanley, how long have you been working for this company, and what do you know exactly about our CEO?
Well, our new CEO bought the company out. GM, do you have a number for that, or do you want me to just make something up?
You can make something up, I'd say, within the last 6 months. Maybe less.
Okay. Yeah, very recent acquisition. All I really know about him is that he is very enthusiastic.
I can handle enthusiasm. I understand that. I'm enthusiastic as well to go out and find things, make some money. But it's just, if he gets underfoot, we can't have two people trying to tell our pilot what to do and where to go. And I thought I wasn't being hired to be the officer in charge. And now I'm kind of wondering, like, how often is this?
It's okay. I should be the only one who has to deal with him directly.
But that sounds great. If you can manage to keep him off of the bridge, that would be wonderful.
Oh, off the bridge, I'm not too sure. He does like his wandering.
Does he like to be a little hands-on?
He likes to watch.
Understood.
He was very into the VR craze back in the day and thinks of himself as a visionary of many sorts. And yeah, let's just say that humoring him on some things will go a long way.
Gotcha. And what about his assistant? What do you know about her?
As far as I know, she's fairly confident.
So she's probably running the show, and
we've had quite a few conversations, and yeah, it seems that she is the one who keeps his not ambitions. What's the other word I'm thinking of? Impulses in check.
I see. Thank you for that.
Sam, I'm going to have to speak with you and Franz about the flight path.
Okay. So I've never played a game on Foundry before, and I'm wondering how the map works because I am not able to zoom. Well, I can zoom in. I can't pan. So when I zoom in,
hold down right click and move your mouse so you can pan around.
Yep.
Hold down right click and move up. Thank you.
Yep. Anytime you have questions like that, please bring those up. We can absolutely work you through anything that you may have.
Excellent. And also, I'm surprised to say, my screen says game paused.
It is.
Same.
Okay.
It's to prevent anyone from clicking and doing things, and that way I can maintain control.
Excellent. Thank you.
Not trusting us is the way to go.
Yeah. All right. So with that, I'm going to walk you through a couple things. So you obviously have the Actors tab. If you go to the right, you're going to have an items tab. You should have the ability to see talents. And then you should see Frontier Fortune. And then it'll have things like armor, suits, food and drink, mechanical, medical, and some things that you can potentially add to your character sheet as well. If you go back to the top next to the suitcase where it says items, if you go to the right, there's going to be a journal. If you, again, click Frontier Fortune, Evolved Rulebook, that's going to be the rulebook that you can reference. Magellan Map, that has all 3 levels of the ship that you are on, so you can kind of see what it looks like when we're not on the actual map itself. So it makes it a little bit easier to reference.
Cool.
And then the last one is ship items. So I have made a list of all the items on this ship that you can use and access. Ultimately, the way I like to do this is, for example, if you look at armor and suits, it says the, whoops, I put M35 twice. Let me fix that. Okay, and save. All right. So let's go, for example, and say you want to use the M35. There's 5 of you there. You don't have to put your name or anything below it. It's just kind of a reference, and then you can pull it onto your character sheet when you need it. Ultimately, it's here as a reference. So as you pick things up and stuff that are going to be on the ship, or for example, if you decide to use something, that might be a one-time use, or you might break something. This way we can kind of track the items universally here as well. The other thing I like to do is like food and drink. I leave that open to a reasonable amount. As long as you're not eating, 500 protein drinks a day, I think you'll be fine. But I'd have other concerns if you're able to do that.
But wait, it
IBS
says
is a bitch.
beer times 0 and hard liquor times 0.
So if someone managed to sneak some on board, that might change. But none was brought on by the corporation. Now, to say if we stop at a station or something like that, we have the ability to potentially buy some things. And that's something else I do want to put out there. If there's something that you thought about you might want to bring on board, like if you did want to say beer or liquor or sneak something on board, I'm open to that as well. Again, just let me know. So with that, the other thing I want to reiterate is this path is basically a best path. And let's say you're running out of resources after the first stop, we will pivot and go back to somewhere that's in the colonized area to resupply as needed. So just a little tidbit there. So with that, anything else anyone wants to do, discuss, talk about?
Regarding our flight path, you see after Alpha 1, the ship wants us to stop by Archeon Station. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the wooden habitation sphere that the monastic order uses?
That's way above my pay grade.
I'll have to speak with the CEO once we reach that destination, but we should be fine for now. In the meantime, I should get to the lab and make myself.
Franz,
acquaint
you're
myself.
the navigator. You should know that answer.
No. I'm not the navigator. You tell me where to go. I take us there.
Oh, okay. I thought you were the pilot and the navigator.
It's,
Well, so
we could give it a try. I don't know how that would work out.
I believe I think I saw a reference to navigation being a comtech role.
Only when the navigation computer is offline when in ship combat. Otherwise, the computer does the navigating for FTL jumps.
Excellent. I love these modern ships. Let the computer do the flying for you.
I just get to do the fun
stuff. Day we didn't have computers that smart, I'll let you know.
And what day was that?
We can talk about that another time.
Yes.
And with that, alarms start going off. And the alarm starts saying, foreign body on board. Not on the registered list. Foreign body on board. Not on the registered list.
Have we even left the system and this has happened?
You have just made it to space, and you've been out flying just for a little bit cruising. So I will put you all on the map.
In the briefing room.
Does the alert give us any location as to where this unauthorized body is?
And it replies back. It goes, it appears to be moving between decks B and C.
Do we know the size? Do we know the size of the light form?
Might have to go into the actual. I forget what the actual room is called, but the computer room where. What do we have? Oh, okay. We don't have a mother. We have a
daughter.
Yeah,
we have a
DA.
daughter.
Yeah, but you should be able to in the briefing room. They still have computer panels. You can still be able to access main things. It's not going to be something that's super sensitive. This is just going to be a generic alert.
All right, so since I'm the captain, I might not have the highest wits. I might not have the highest comtac. But since I am the captain, I'm going to go over to the computer and I'm going to ask Daughter, can you give me an exact location of this life form? And you said it's going from between decks B and C. Is it going up, down, forward, aft, port, starboard?
Yeah, it's saying it's basically going between B and C. And it's kind of just going all around. There's no rhyme or reason to it. At certain times it seems to kind of stop, and then continues moving again.
Well, I'm going to the science lab and I'm preparing a tranquilizer. I advise.
Gadget still here? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to prepare a tranquilizer.
Okay.
And he's going to make his way down to the science lab.
So are Flash and Gadget still in the briefing room with us? Or have they left?
They would have left,
Okay,
and they would not be with you.
Not there, so okay.
Yep, and the engineers would have left as well.
Understood.
I'll push the intercom button, and Tongans like, Flash, Gadget, can you go check what's going on?
And they just turn.
That's pretty vague.
So they just turn back and say, orders from Mom say to stay put and guard Ellis.
All right.
Right. I am not wearing my weapon because I was not expecting that we would be encountering any sort of troubles this early in the game, and we were just in a meeting in the briefing room with the CEO showed up. So my kit is stowed in the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Or is that where the CEO is? Well, there's an executive suite, right?
Yeah, that was the Class D relief boat. I believe it could be repurposed as a executive headquarters, a la Prometheus.
Yep. Right.
That's what I was going to say.
My stateroom's just right down the hallway. So I'm going to head to my stateroom to recover my EVA pistol. I don't know what this thing is. I don't necessarily want to start shooting holes in the ship right away, but there's something there. That's what my plan is.
Yeah, so just
anything
something
you'd like me to be doing, boss, or should I just join one of the others?
Oh, so
something I do want to touch bases. If you
Okay.
look at the ship items, they'll show you what weapons and other items are on board as well. Again, you don't have to necessarily put them on your sheet if you don't want to right now, but just as a reference in the back of your mind that these are things that you can use along the way.
And I would imagine there is an armory somewhere on this ship, as I recall.
Yeah, I've been trying to find it.
Yeah,
It's
I
been a
was.
while since I've seen
Storage.
I seem to recall it's forward.
Yeah, I think for this one, I think I was going to put it at deck A.
High value storage.
That's what I was looking at, was high value storage or stores, either one.
Or relief supplies, I imagine.
Where was that?
Relief supplies. It's right below the
Oh,
med
relief.
pods and above the.
Okay. Let's do down here at stores. Will be where all that equipment is, and then high value storage will do for whatever you guys find that you want to put at any point in time through whatever exploration you all do. We'll have that be high value storage.
Well, Marshall, I believe that this is now in your jurisdiction, so I'll leave it to you.
Yeah. I probably also, have my shotgun stored somewhere, but I would have put it in just a standard, whatever we're using is the armory, which, did we say we're going for the relief supplies room?
Right here at stores.
Stores. So the stores is.
You see this pulse? It's right next to the med pods below the infirmary.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. There it is. I was hoping to use the flash and gadget to help spread out so we can sort of go down to deck B and sort of go, because basically you can go around in for lack of a better term, a big loop and just start spreading out, and then have somebody interfacing with Mother to try and get us zoomed in on this moving figure. So if that's where the shotgun is stores, I'm going to head down that way, and then for elevator, for lack of a better term, the elevator by engine pod 3 to go down a level, unless there's a hatch and a ladder nearby that I don't see on here.
There's the junction in the middle should go up and down.
All right. So with that, I want everyone to make one move somewhere of where you would like to go before you want to change decks or anything.
Okay.
I'm going to be in my office.
I think I would also head to the stores.
Isaac is going to go to the bridge to use the holotable to see if he can't find the camera systems in the ship.
Okay, next question. How do I move?
Click and
You
drag.
can use the arrow keys or click and drag, yeah.
I'm trying to see what. You have to click in the top left. It'll say token control. Make sure that you have your character clicked. I think you have like measurement clicked or something.
I do have measurement clicked, apparently. Yes. Thank you, sir. Did that work? Come on.
So then after you do token controls, click the little square box as well. That'll say select tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Square box, it says select tokens.
So it should be it should look like a person right below the anvil.
Okay, I've clicked that. It says token control, so I've clicked on that.
Now you can drag your guy around.
I can drag and drop.
I believe so.
Make sure that your ownership. Yep.
Oh, it's not. I must be. Whoa, that's dragging the map.
There, I moved you. Maybe that'll help.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should have the little like square reticle looking thing clicked.
Select targets. Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So let's see
So
where
let me get this straight before we go running to and fro. Everyone's splitting up?
I'll be heading to the bridge. That way I can keep track of the camera systems and the intercom so I can inform you of any changes in the stowaway's behavior.
Okay.
Wait, we're just taking off, okay? Nothing bad could actually happen, right?
What could go wrong? Nothing.
All right. So you have all done whatever you need to do, grabbed whatever you need to grab. What is everybody's next move?
I will be in contact with. I assume I can stay in contact with daughter from the admin office.
Yeah, I assume you'd probably have a terminal of some sort there.
Yeah.
At least
And
by
I am
intercom or
going to
something.
I'm going to go into the daughter room that is off the captain's suite.
Okay. Anyone else?
Isaac will be interfacing with the communication system and try and use the camera system on the
Okay.
ship.
Once I've got the shotgun, I noticed the ship's items also include comm units. I would like to slip one of those on so people can give me directions, and I will start heading down to Deck B.
Okay, so which junction or elevator are you going to go with?
Get a better look on the map here real fast. Yeah, you know what? It's closest. I'm just going to go ahead and take that elevator deck A to B that's near engine pod 3 in the southwest of the
You got
ship.
the fore junction and the aft junction.
Okay.
So fore junction is the front, aft junction is the back.
All right. And then Austin.
I think Franz is going to do similar, grab a comms unit, and probably a weapon of some sort, and then head down as well. So Marshall, do you want me to join you, or should I go a separate direction? Maybe we can cage this thing in.
Come down to Deck B with me, and then when we get there, we'll probably split and sort of start doing a circle around.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
I'll do that.
So I'm going to be splitting this back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to look at Deck B, and I'm going to pull you here. That was going to be the other thing I wanted to do was get rid of these. I forgot to do that before. Get rid of the grids. There we go. Now you all can move freely without having to be stuck on grids.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
It's one of my pet peeves. I'm like, just let them move.
Or
We can figure it out. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, don't snap me to that. I want to go freely.
I mean, this game doesn't use grids, right? So definitely.
Good old dumb-based.
All right. So I'm going to stick with Paul and Austin. You are on Deck B. You can kind of see what's going on. Where would you like to go? I'd say when you come down, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
And that's why I was going to say I'd like to ask for the people who are staying up on Deck A, interfacing with the computers and the sensors. Do they have any direction they can give us at this time as to where the unauthorized movement is?
Well, once I get to Mother, I'm going to
Daughter.
see if I can get that information. Thank you.
I think
Once I get to Daughter, I'm going to see if I can get that information. I'm also going to have Mother shut off areas. So if I can have Mother shut down certain elevators
Daughter.
and certain junctions.
I think it's his mother.
Sorry, yeah. Okay.
No, it's a Mother
Mother's
6000,
daughter.
but the name just says daughter because it doesn't change.
Right.
Okay, do you have a mother or do we have a daughter?
It was Mother 6000. That's what we agreed on. In the
Thank you, sir.
I'm asking the GM, do we have mother or do we have daughter?
I'm okay with either. I put a mother there, but I also made a daughter one, so whichever works. It's easy. It's neither here nor there. They have the same stats. Whatever you want to
Okay.
call it.
And Sam's old, so sometimes he gets forgetful and he thinks of the good old days when there was just mother and there wasn't daughter or father or brother or any of those other computers. Ah, the good old days.
Yeah. All right. So you go in there and you start talking to the system. And you are going to shut down all the elevators except the one that they are using. Anything else?
And can I get security camera footage from the various areas where it was reported to be so I can see if I can identify what the thing is?
I believe that is
Trying-
where Liam is at right
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I
That's
don't
where I
think
see
now.
this.
Mother.
Or
Yeah, I say I don't think Mother provides video feed. I think she just answers
No.
questions,
Okay.
Mhm.
and you can do
Fair enough.
commands and stuff. So, yeah. Anything else you want to do before I pass it over to Liam?
Well, I'm going to shut down any of the stairwell ladder access that goes from deck B to deck A.
Okay, so you're gonna seal all the junctions and everything else.
Correct.
Okay. And then anything else that you want to do. So you've sealed all the stairwells junctions and elevator junctions.
Right.
Okay.
Do
I'll
we-
basically be supporting him from where I'm at, with my access from here.
Thanks,
so
Dan.
I believe that if you need to make any comm tech rolls, I think I give you a bonus on that.
Yes, you get a +1, I believe, assistance. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Roger.
all right. Anything else?
And I make sure my pistol is secure in my holster.
Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
Liam, you are in there. You pull up you have all those monitors splayed out. Let's see. You're looking at them. Let's do an observation roll because there's a lot of cameras.
Okay. So observation, I have 3N plus my 5 wits gives me 8 dice to roll with, and I got 1 success.
All right. With that, you kind of see in the cargo hold like one or two of the bins kind of seem opened, and kind of some things thrown out. But that's really what you're seeing right now.
He's gonna get on the intercom and he's gonna try and contact the two down there. And he's gonna mention Kane, do you hear me?
Copy.
I'm reporting on the cargo deck that one of the storage containers has been opened. It may be the point of ingress as to which our stowaway has hitched a right on. But seeing the lack of anything else makes me believe that they may be within this area. Be on your guard.
Copy. Thanks. Port or starboard cargo?
DM?
I leave it to you. Where do you see it? Do you see it on?
Last where I saw it, it was on the starboard side.
Okay, so deck B of cargo, or deck C? Okay.
Deck B.
All right.
Deck B cargo 2.
Yep.
All right. So deck B cargo 2. With that, I'm going to go back to you two on deck B. What do you do? Oh, and just for funsies, everyone gets 1 stress. I forgot to do that before.
Oh, nice.
And no.
So how you do that is you click your character sheet, When it pulls up, next to your health should be stress. And you just click a plus next to it. And it'll
I've
go
got
up to
6.
1.
I think I'll crank mine down a bit. It must have been stressful on the way over to the ship. All right, I'm at 1 now.
All right. So I pass it back over to you two, Paul and Austin. What would you like to do next?
All right. My plan is to head towards Cargo 2, but I want to go up the port side, sort of like go past where it says open to deck C, where the cargo office is. And just in case, because we have heard reports of this thing moving, I want to open and take a gander in Cargo 1 first.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone's curious, excuse me 1 second. If you left click and hold, that's how you do the little icon marker where it flashes.
Got it.
And then if you right click and drag, that's how you can move the map around. So just a little tidbit there. But yeah, go ahead and move your character up into the next area.
Be careful now.
Looks like I'm running so fast, willy-nilly.
That man can move.
Well, you saw me in the little opening video. I'm actually hustling, Jack.
I didn't know you could sprint so quickly.
All right, so he goes up there.
You can't
Austin,
move
what are you
fast in
doing?
this spacesuit.
Franz is going to take this other path through the middle.
Okay.
And head up towards the main entrance here on the starboard side.
Okay.
But he's not going to go in yet. He's going to wait to hear back from the marshal before heading in, so that they can maybe check it out together.
So
what do you see, Marshall?
Yeah. So as you pass through this main area, you see like a few things on the ground, some things that have kind of trickled out of cargo and appeared to have made it into the main area over here, the main deck area. Seems like it came out of both doors, and then kind of trail gets a little bit smaller as it goes out. Almost like something came out with a bunch of things and then kind of trickled it out. All right. So I'm going to go back to Paul. You go into Cargo 1.
Mm-hmm.
Do an observation roll for me. Or let me ask this. What do you want to do?
I want to look to make sure there's nothing hiding in any of the really obvious places. I mean, God knows if it's a person, they could be, they could have gone into vents and crawl spaces and the like. I'm just going to look to make sure there's nobody just like hiding behind a crate. Do a quick sweep through Cargo 1 here. But I just haven't heard that description of how stuff is sort of dragged and, petered out. I'm actually going to say, here we are. Here, boy. Here, boy. I think we have some kind of pet on here.
So I would say give me an observation roll to start with.
And observation.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you did get 1 stress. So again, we got the panic thing. We're ignoring that because we're using the new rules. So the way the stress works is page 44. And so it's 1d6 minus your stress minus your resolve. So, or 1d6 plus stress level minus resolve. Okay, so I need you to roll 1d6. The way that's going to work is can everyone do this for me? This is going to be a little macro for you all to add. In the bottom left hand corner next to the macro bar, you'll see a 1, 2, 3, 4 going all the way up. all the way on the left-hand side, you'll see a little folder. It says Browse Macro Directory. When you click that, click the Alien Macros, and then you should see Alien Player Ad Hoc YZE Dice Roller.
I do not have that.
No,
I
this
just have create macro, create folder, and search macros.
Okay, I will have to add that to each one of your profiles going forward. So then we're just going to do a... if you have a D6 base die with you, otherwise I'll give you the commands for it. All right, just roll a D6.
I have dice.
That works. All you gotta do is roll 1.
I rolled a 2.
2. Okay, so you got a +1 stress, so that's 3, and then it's minus your resolve. Your resolve is your empathy plus your wits divided by 2, rounded up. So
okay, hang on. I got to get back to my character sheet. Okay, so say that all again.
Yeah, absolutely. So you rolled a 2. It's a +1, which is a 3. So you got to subtract a resolve. Your resolve is going to be your wits plus your empathy. So it's 4 + 4 divided by 2, rounded up. So
it's 4.
4. Because of that, you hold it together. Nothing happens. You're good to go because it's a -1. So there's nothing happens from that end. So now you get to go ahead and do your observation. So
I already rolled, so.
No, I think you used the roll you already made.
Yeah, you already got successes on there. So we resolve the panic for the stress first, and then we go back to the success. So you got 3 successes. So you're good to go. You look in, things have kind of been torn out of the bins in there. You don't see anything. And then because you got multiple successes, there are different things you can do with that. So you can kind of save the success for another time you're doing an observation. So you just make a note saying next time you have to do an observation of something like this, you get an automatic success so you don't have to roll. You can do it with style.
Okay.
Which just means you're doing it with flair. You can basically anything extra that you want to do with this, you can. And then I'll determine whether or not if it's reasonable or not. So if you're like, yeah, I go in the room and I kick the can and it goes up, flick the lights, it turns them all on, everything comes down, and I get to see the entire room. I'm making that up all ad hoc. But you can do it however you want. That's kind of like what flair is. You can do it super cool. This obviously means more so with your maybe doing a shooting thing or something like that. But just leaving it up to you. So you do have an extra success if you want to use it later on, save it, whatever the case may be.
I will bank that for now.
Okay.
And I just do a sweep. Again, I was looking to make sure there wasn't something big and obvious in a very obvious hiding place before I back out of this room.
Yeah. And as you back out, you checked everything in that hallway that you just came in from. So from right outside the door, you did it so well. You scanned everything around there, didn't see anything, went into the room, scanned it, saw what you saw, and you're confident about everything in there.
Okay, as I step out, I will just announce to everybody listening, say, Cargo 1 shows signs of disturbance, but nothing in there at this time. Heading for Cargo 2.
Got it.
Okay. Austin, are you waiting for him to come, or are you going into Cargo Hold 2?
I was waiting to see what was going on in Cargo 1.
Okay.
And I think for some reason my brain didn't realize this was open to Dexy, even though it says it twice right there. So I think what I would have done is while he was checking Cargo 1, I would at least be peering down below into the lower deck to see if I could spot anything as I'm walking through this like catwalk.
Yeah. Same thing. Go ahead and do an observation.
Do it on
All right,
the
friends.
sheet.
Yeah, you got a success. You look
Good thing I
down.
had that stress.
Yeah. So you look down and same thing. You kind of see a few things on the ground that looks like trash. Can't quite fully make out because you're up above, but it's the same thing. Things that shouldn't be on the ground. Everything should be clean right now. There should be no mess whatsoever. Everything should be buttoned up. But there's stuff on the ground that shouldn't be on the ground, is what you're saying.
All right. Yeah, I guess as seeing that and seeing him come out of cargo 1, like, well, there's definitely something here, and I'm not looking forward to cleaning this all up.
I'm going to pause you there. Liam, are you watching the cameras as they go into cargo 1 and 2?
Yes. After seeing that cargo 1 was fine, he's basically alternating between both cargo bays, and those are the ones he's prioritizing.
Okay.
And after hearing the report that they didn't find anything in cargo 1, he's now focused on cargo bay 2 and sort of looking around.
Okay. Yeah, so as that's happening, Paul, you're kind of coming around to go meet up with Austin. There's a loud bang all the way down at the southern end by the scrubbers where you guys came from, and then you hear bang, 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 bang running across all the way through here, and you just kind of hear it taper off. You don't know exactly where it went. All you know is you heard a bang here, and it kind of went this way, and then kind of tapered off.
Okay,
So with that, both of you get +1 stress.
Okay.
Question.
Yep.
The announcement that we heard, that was a ship-wide announcement, I take it?
It was.
Okay, so then the engineers heard that announcement, and hopefully they're doing whatever it is that engineers do when they hear an announcement like that.
Nothing?
Bolting the doors.
All right. So with that, you know what? I'm going to flip it back over to Peter and John. Actually, you guys wouldn't have this information yet. So I would say Austin and John, go ahead, or sorry, Paul, go ahead. And what would you do now that you heard this noise? What would be your reaction?
Okay, I would have been starting to move like in this direction, and we hear the banging, and I would point at. I'm sorry, Austin. What's your character? Franz, right?
Franz, yeah.
Okay, I point at Franz and point aft to go down along this way, following that route, and Kane's going to come down this way, so that we can get to essentially these two spots and see if we can start closing in on whatever's causing this noise.
Okay. With that, Liam sees you both change direction.
Where are you both going? Did you not check cargo 2?
We heard noise aft down near the coolant tanks, if you look at how it's spelled.
Let me see if I can't get a camera in that direction. He's gonna try and swap over to a mod or flick through the channels to see where they're referencing the sound.
Go for it. Do an observation.
All right. Let's see. Observation with that 1 stress dice. Let's see if we get any better. Yeah, got a 1. All right, success. Got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So at the last second, as the camera's panning, you see something go through the vents over here.
Did I get an outline of its shape, or?
All you saw was the shadow go through, and you see the vent open, and then you saw it close.
Shit. All right. He's gonna flick on the channel. Bad news. Lechner, Blackthorn, whatever this thing is, it just went into the ventilation system.
That's not good.
Last
I
report,
might be
it's
able to control the ventilation system from here, but we know where it went in at, correct?
yes, it went into the iris nearby the aft junction in the reactor. My guess is that it's trying to circumvent the closed-off elevators. Let me see where the ventilation system leads to, and he's going to focus on that while the rest of you guys do your thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say the ventilation system is pretty much going to be interconnected. You can pretty much move anywhere throughout the ship, each level. And so, same thing as kind of, the movie Alien. You can move throughout, everything's kind of connected, as it should be for a duct system.
How much control might I have over it?
All of it.
Okay, so were I so inclined, I could shut off the back portion of the ship and shut off any access to Decks A and Decks C?
Yes, you could lock. So if you remember from Alien, you can lock everything independently all the way through, and this is more advanced, so you have full control to lock everything down, and then you can
Excellent.
open it up little by little, same thing, but with more control.
That's the plan once it gets to me.
Okay. So Liam was looking at that. You have that information. Peter, what are you doing?
Yeah. Trying to be nonplussed about it, just kind of sitting there drinking coffee, looking, basically kind of like observing everything and seeing how everybody handles the situation.
Yeah.
This is obviously going on. This is obviously going to go on the performance reports.
Dan, this is Sam. Can you talk to our boss's, what's her name is?
Tyrion.
Her name is Miss Holt. I'll call her Ms. Holt. Stan, can you talk to Ms. Holt and see if she has any idea what might have been brought aboard that could have escaped? Please.
I guess I can do something like that.
If you're so inclined.
But wouldn't it look so much better if you guys solved this all on your own?
I prefer we not suffer any casualties before we even leave the system.
Down notes.
At the very least, it's in the ventilation system, and that can be remotely controlled.
I can understand if Stan does not want to talk to Ms. Holt. So that's
So I'll
perfectly
defer.
understandable.
Yeah, I'll defer to you, Stan. Are you going to call? It's your decision.
No.
Okay.
Cool.
I will tell them that I will put in a request.
Okay. All right. So with that, I'm going to pass it back over to John. John, you were going to lock down the full ventilation system, right?
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, so that's my plan. I'm going to do that. Would you like me to try making a roll, or is it just I can do it with the computer and it's just a standard thing?
It's a standard thing. You're good on that end.
Okay.
So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Where would you like to try and push this person out to?
Oh, it's a person.
So
Crap.
I'm
No.
looking at deck B, and there's the wall where there's catwalk right above the wall. I will ping. I want to from that going aft. I want to close off and try to keep it in that section of the ship on deck B if possible.
Okay.
And I noticed there's a reactor back there as well. Is there separate access?
Nope. So you see this little thing right here? This
Yes.
and this, that's going to be the ducts and vents. Reactor's
Right.
going to be
Those are the,
closed off.
I thought those were the intercom systems.
Oh, those
No, I
are the
like my
intercom
chaotic
systems.
There are
standards and
intercoms right next to
hoping it
the
would work.
duct and vents. There you go.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
they're both now. Yeah, on my other maps that I use, that's the icon I use for the ducks. So in my head, they were the ducks.
Okay.
So
Right. So yes, that's what I'd like to do.
okay. All right. So
And yeah,
no.
we're good.
All right. So you're gonna.
And I tell everyone, gentlemen, this is what I'm doing. I'm shutting down everything from the aft bulkhead wall there, where by where the catwalks are, over the open decks. Shutting everything from there back towards the aft section. So essentially, I'm shutting off the engineering section. So if it's in there, it's going to be contained somewhere in the engineering section. Hopefully.
Speaking of engineering, have we determined where Torres and Vance are? You wouldn't
Well,
want
I
to
was
trap them.
curious. My hope is that they're in the engineering section somewhere with the doors locked.
Perhaps I can contact them through the intercom system. Do you prefer I do that, Blackthorn?
Be my guest.
And Isaac is going to patch into the intercom system and around the engineering section and call out, Vance, Torres, this is Grayson. Are you in engineering?
No response.
No response. Uh-oh.
It seems like they're not in engineering, or they're most likely hiding under some coolant ducting. I'd advise you just be careful where you aim your guns, Kane and Lexington.
All right. So what is your plan? Are you gonna have everyone go down there, try and push it out? Are you going to? What's the strategy?
Well, assuming the entity, the intruder, is in fact trapped down essentially around the engineering area, I'd like to get in there myself and start doing a sweep. And again,
yeah, when you're there, I'll open. Just give me the word, and I'll open the door quick enough for you to hop inside.
Might I
okay,
offer
Franz, are you?
Might
Go
I
ahead.
offer an alternative, Officer Blackthorn?
Certainly.
Well, you notice how on this deck the cooling tanks are patched into the reactor system and other parts of life support. Is it possible if we reroute parts of coolant and have it flush through this ventilation system and leave one hatch open, we can essentially force out this intruder?
Unfortunately, we don't know where our engineers are, and I don't want to risk any harm to them.
That's true. Well, I'll keep an eye out on other cameras.
Good idea,
Make
though.
sure that they're. Thank you, sir.
See if you
It's
can
standard.
find them on any of the video feeds.
I'll try and keep track of where Torres and Vance are, while you focus on this stowaway.
Great.
Okay, Franz,
Well-
are you going to come down and help with this, with the sweep?
Yeah, definitely. I think
Okay.
if they're contained, whatever it is contained down here. At the very least, the two of us can sweep through. A third
Yep.
person would probably be nice, though, based on what I remember of the ship schematics. But I think we can
could
handle
head
it.
down that way, but I think it's good to have me here controlling the hatches.
You know, that's why I was hoping the other security guards, Flash and Gadget, would be along with us, but they're apparently guarding the boss and his assistant, so it's just us.
All right. So you have both of you there. Is anyone else going down?
If I may,
You
could
might.
I try a manipulation roll to get Flash and Gadget to help us out?
100%.
Then I would like to do that.
Very
So
nice.
I get a hold of Flash on the comms, and I say, Flash, there's something going on down on deck B. We need some expert assistance. Hopefully, someone who has a good deal of knowledge of clearing a ship from a xenomorph, possibly. It's just not another bug hunt. There's something going on down there, and we really need your help.
Yeah, I would say you can do manipulation or command, either one.
Well, I will do. Yeah, I'm going to do command. These guys seem like they're the legit thing. So I'm going to do command on them.
Okay.
Let me find my character sheet again. All right, Sam, let's get a command roll going here. Just hit command and it'll roll the dice, correct?
Yep.
Let's see what we got.
All right. You got a success.
All right.
So Flash hears you and says, "One moment." And it goes awkwardly for a good probably 2 minutes of just awkward silence.
And Blackthorn's like, come on, guys, do the right thing. Do the right thing.
No, they're checking with the boss.
And Flash comes back and goes, "Where do you need me?"
I need you at the junction going to deck B in the aft part of the ship. And I send him the ping. So I want him to come down here.
Okay.
And I want him to come down through that area. So, and I tell the marshal and I tell Franz exactly what's going on. I've got Flash coming down the junction. So, don't shoot at him, and he's not going to shoot you because I'm letting him know where you are as well. And I'm going to on 3 I'm going to open up the hatches so you guys have access to that section of the ship. All right?
Copy that.
All right. And so basically you have kind of got him up to speed, but the one thing that catches you all off guard is that Flash is in his full gear now and is also carrying an F-44 AA pulse rifle as well.
Okay.
Now we'll see how disciplined he is, won't we?
And he pulls up and he goes, "What do you need me to do?"
Okay. Are Franz and I now inside the cordoned off area?
If you want to be.
I'll throw the switch.
Yeah.
All right. So
then I throw the switch back.
Okay.
So
we've the surveillance on the looking at the surveillance, they caught the intruder somehow just escaping into the vents, and we believe they're locked somewhere back in this area. So we're going to start sweeping the halls, looking for signs and listening to see if we can find the intruder. We don't know if it's a person or a creature or anything like that.
Okay.
So I will head port side, and you just fan out, see what we can find. Stay in contact.
All right. So you're both going to kind of circle around the insides here.
Basic idea.
All right. Yeah, you don't see anything. There's nothing outstanding. Again, this is where you last Liam would have last seen. So as you come
Mhm.
through, both of you, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, coming down here, and we'll ask the boss man to open these hatches so we can come into this corridor.
Done. Careful.
As you go through, you start to hear a little bit of noise, kind of like scratching and muffled sounds coming from this air duct a little bit deeper in.
Any volunteers on heading in there and seeing what's going on?
Well,
Before.
I would.
Hello? Am I on site? Kane?
Yes.
If you wait there, I can grab a cattle prod from our storage. If I can bring it
I-
down there, it might be a more peaceful way of taking out whoever might be in there.
I
Without
did grab
causing.
a stun baton.
Oh, in that case, you're good.
Yeah. I thought the same thing, just in case. We don't know what it is.
You don't want to kill the boss's pet thing, right? It escaped. You killed my pet.
I was torn
Yeah,
between the
that's-
knife and the baton, but I went with the less lethal option.
Mittens, no.
Okay. I would be willing to first go to that vent opening that we know the intruder went into and open it and shine a flashlight down there first and foremost, just see if we can see anything yet.
I would say Flash is right behind you. You can tell he's handled many weapons throughout his life, and he has it trained, and he's ready to go barrel down. I would say the minute you open the first one, that noise gets louder, and when you look on the seal of the next one, you see a little bit of blood trickling around the ring.
Okay. All right. Now, since I don't obviously I have in front of me the basic ship schematic, but not the entire vent system. Can we tell? Yeah, you know what? This is my job. Franz, can I hand you my shotgun and take that stun baton from you?
Sure thing, boss.
Can the blood be seen from
Okay.
the camera? Because I'm not sure if I should put down a stress or not for seeing the blood.
No, it would have. So they opened the first one. It would have been the next
Okay,
one that's in it.
Okay.
Yep. So you're
And
still good.
How large is it? How large? What's the diameter of this vent?
You can crawl through it pretty good. You can move around. I would say you could probably squeeze two people in there on top of each other.
No.
So you still have, like, you would squeeze. You're not going to be doing much other than that. But you can, as one person going through, you can kind of army crawl, and you still have a little bit of room, but it's not like you're going to be sitting there trying to swing, punch, or do anything. Like, you're still pretty well contained.
Right. I'm going to start crawling down with the stun baton held point end, in front of me, so that if something does jump at some point, I'll be ready for it. And when I get up to the closed aperture, I'll let the commander know that I'm ready for him to open that, so I can go into and see what I can find next.
Yeah, as you're doing that, every time you go forward, you hear.
I'm sorry, you cut out. What did I hear?
You're hearing like heavy breathing and just noise. It's getting louder and louder as you're getting closer.
Careful, Marshall. I don't know what's going on down there, but I can hear something that sounds like breathing coming through your microphone. Be careful.
Yeah.
Sam's almost ready to take a stress point at this point.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And just in case this is something that can be calmed, whether it's a person or an animal, I'm just going to say, it's all right. We're we're not trying to hurt anybody. We just want to get you some help. We see that you're injured. Come on. And then I say, okay, open the vent, please.
Vent is open.
And with that, there is a kid who went through, and you can see as he went through, the vent closed on him and cut his arm as he was going through. The kid looks disgruntled, like dirty, messy clothes. You can tell hasn't been keeping very good care of himself. Classic stowaway case.
Stowaway.
Yep. And I'm just gonna say, okay, relax, kid. You successfully got on board the ship. We've taken off. We're not going to just space you. We're not going to take you back home either. You know what? We're going to take you to the medical bay and get that cut looked at. Okay? You willing to come with me?
Do an empathy roll.
Empathy.
Come on, Marshall. We know you got empathy. He's a trustworthy fellow.
Okay. It's not. I can't do it as manipulation.
So empathy is just their stat.
Yeah.
You can
also do the stats. So this one's going to be an empathy.
Alien. Is there a way to like help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can help. It'll be a +1. So for you, Paul, what you're going to do is go to your empathy, right-click on it, and you should get a little screen. And then you should see base modifier, give it a 1.
Yep.
And then click roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So
nice.
You got 2 successes. The kid looks at you and is reassured and slowly comes forward and then kind of follows you out.
Okay. And as I'm coming, I don't even know if there's enough room for me to turn around in here, but I'm either coming back out or literally backing out. I'm going to tell Franz and Flash to say, okay, lower the weapons as we come out. It's just a kid.
How's Flash looking here?
I was going to say, do another empathy roll.
Oh, great. And I just put my character sheet away. Hang on. Another empathy roll. Any modifiers or just straight?
Just straight. Okay. So something I'm going to pause here about. Because this is a passive roll, this is a new rule that they've also incorporated, that you do not panic during passive rolls like this. So when something like this happens, you don't have to worry about it. It's just a failure. So no stress gets added, no panic gets added. So double check your stress to make sure that you're still at the same level, because that's one of the things this game does. It's based on the old core rulebook. So it will automatically add stress based on all the different scripts and everything else in the background. So that's something you're just going to have to keep an eye on as you go through, because we're not going to follow the same rules. Yep. So make sure your stress is still at whatever.
Stress is still at 2.
Okay. So as you come out and the kid's coming out, Flash grabs the kid by the neck, throws him to the ground, pins him, and starts searching him. As if someone just got arrested, basically. Just thrown to the ground, and it starts manhandling this kid, checking and figuring out what's going
Flash,
on.
That's enough. Easy. It's a kid. We'll search him. You don't have to beat the crap out of him.
He's sitting there, and he goes through, and he goes, clear. Pulls him up by the collar, lifts him up, and then goes, where do you want him?
I'll take him. Just set him down.
He kind of looks at you.
Good job, Marshall. You're going to take him to the infirmary, I guess, right?
That's the plan. But I got to make sure that, out of character, I'm just trying to make sure that Flash isn't about to go, medieval on this kid or me, and say, "Okay, Flash, you can return to your normal duties. Thank you very much for assisting in this."
He turns to Austin. He turns to your character and goes, "Make sure he gets where he's going." And then he kind of just turns face, throws the kid into William, throws the kid to you, and then abouts face, and then starts making his way back up to A deck. So with that,
Right.
Well, I didn't
And-
see any of this happen. I'm sure at some point someone will tell me. Future reference. Be careful when I try to get these guys to do something for us.
Yeah, we'll give you the full debrief, and I will report, Commander. We have a stowaway who looks to be about, I don't know, what am I going to guess, like 10, 12, 14 years old, no clue at this point.
16 is the lowest I could go at AI trying to generate a character, basically. So we're going with 16.
Okay.
So he looks
We
25.
got what looks like we got what looks like a young teenager stowaway. He's got a cut on one arm. We're going to escort the infirmary, and we can debrief there if you want. You can start
One
putting
thing
the vents up and stuff like that again.
before you go, Isaac, are you
Yes.
getting any kind of indication of anything else, or are the screens clear at this point?
I believe it is, and I like to just check to make sure there's nothing else that's going on, that this was the only stowaway aboard.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Probably is. Let's
I
just
don't see-
do a quick
don't seem
flick
to see
through all the
any-
channels.
He's checking through. I don't seem to see any movement aside from you and the sea. I can't get the feed in the lifeboat, so the CEO probably is fine.
Right.
I'm gonna go head to medical, and I'll see if I can't prepare some sutures.
Okay, I'm going to release the controls for all of the decks. Everything is back to normal now.
Yeah, and with that, Liam, right before you turn, all the stuff is opened up. The two engineers now come out of the elevator that they were locked on that has no cameras.
Oh.
Kids in the infirmary. Liam's with them. I believe Paul is as well. I'll open it up to here. Feel free to explore.
Isaac would first off, I guess, have the kid be on a bench and they'll start looking him over, seeing the damage caused by the closing iris door, and see if he can't patch that up with some medical roll of some kind.
Oh, I'm a medical professional. I can handle this, Isaac.
I can still assist you if you like.
Are you qualified?
I do have some training in first aid.
Fine. I get the
I believe
credit,
that gives him a +1 dice to this roll.
I'm giving you +2 as a
Nice.
total, because not only are you getting assistance, but you also are in the infirmary. You have all the tools there. One of the things I noted in there is that you have an auto dock. Obviously, that's for larger injuries, but you also have reusable surgical kit. That's what the difference between a surgical kit and that one is. This is one that's kept in the infirmary. You can wash it, you can clean it, you can use it, versus the field kit, which you may not be able to reuse again. You might be a one and done type thing in the field. So that's going to be the difference here. You're in a stable situation, so I'm going to give you a +2.
With the help of Isaac, I'll just be like poking and prodding. How does it feel on a scale of 1 to 20 when I poke you here? No, okay. And then see about applying some bandages to his wound.
Yeah. Who's going to make that roll again?
I believe it was our pilot.
Sorry, you broke out there.
The pilot makes a roll.
Okay, so
He has the
Austin
medical
is.
roll.
Okay. So
You get a +2 on this one.
Yep, so
Yeah,
right click on it,
+2.
and then there you go. Awesome. Yeah.
Two successes, nice.
Yeah, you got 2 successes, so you patch him up real quick. It was easy, it was nothing.
Nothing I haven't seen a million times before. You're going to be fine, kid.
Speaking of, I'm going to need to know your name, who you are, and why are you on this ship?
On that, when you say that, I actually walk through the door and so I will also need to know his name.
So then you're going to be over here as well.
Yep.
So at this point, the kid starts to freak a little bit and kind of looks over at William, kind of that someone who was there comforting them and now is being ambushed by multiple people and is starting to get nervous.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Can we get a couple people out of the room while we talk to this kid? I mean, I mean, we want him to cooperate, right? I think he'll cooperate if we're not quite so in his face. So how
I'll give you
about
some space?
And by the way, Franz, thank you for the backup on that sweep. I really do appreciate it.
That's all you.
All well and good, but protocol states that it has to be logged into the ship's system for.
And we will do all that
when the next station.
We will do all that once we get the information, but it'll be easier to get it. So how about like me and the commander just sit, talk to this kid, maybe get him a ration bar because he's obviously starving. We'll talk to him. We'll get all the information we can. Okay.
Well,
don't worry, protocol will be followed. Maybe just not immediately.
I'm going to be.
Make sure his room is ready.
I'll be preparing to take some samples.
That's very generous of you to offer yours up, Stan. I appreciate that.
Okay, I love this. Okay, so everyone pretty much exits the room except for whoever you appointed. And so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys.
Sam and the marshal are gonna try and calm the kid down and see if we can get some information out of him.
Awesome.
Marshall, are you saying that you want me to come down to the infirmary? Because I'm on the bridge right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was you that was already there. I was not looking at I didn't realize it wasn't you talking. My apologies, everybody. I screwed that up.
I can come to the infirmary if you'd like. I just wanted to go to the bridge first.
No. In that case, I would just leave it as me and Franz because Franz was the medic who helped bandage him up. I figured the two of us. Sorry, I thought that it was you in there and not Stan. I
gather there was kind of a room full of people scaring a little kid, so it's good that you.
Well, he's not little. To be honest, I don't even know yet for sure that it's a he. It's a kid. That's all I got so far.
Get the kid's name. Get the kid's backstory. Find out if the kid's a runaway. Do your Marshall thing. You know what to do.
Oh yeah, I'll find out who's playing him in the movie. It's fine, man.
All right, great.
So as you're having that conversation, Riley, the engineer female, comes in with some food and goes, "Jesus Christ, guys, give him some space. He's just a kid," and puts the food down and starts looking at the kid and goes, "Oh, you poor thing," and is sitting there and then gives him some food and has a wet rag and goes, "Here," and then just starts being that caring, compassionate person in the room, bypassing all of you and taking full credit for everything, by the way.
Dare I say maternal?
I wouldn't quite say maternal. No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I would say just inherent looking after a kid. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let her get some food to him, wipe his face a little bit, just let everything calm down after everybody else leaves the room for a minute and not push the kid yet. Give him a minute or two and then say, all right, so can we now tell if it's a boy or a girl?
Yep, it's a boy. He's sitting there. So I would say, are you in the room with Riley as you ask your questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm not letting him out of my sight. This is my job.
yeah. So she's just going to be sitting there, and then she's going to be like reassuring him as you ask your questions, like, it's okay. He's just going to ask some questions. So I'm going to open it up to you.
Okay. So, all right, young man, you got to start with the basics. What's your name?
My name's Mason.
All right, Mason. Do you got a last name to go with that, or is that a first, or is that your last name?
Drake. Mason Drake.
Mason Drake. All right. Now, you want to try and claim that you didn't realize you were boarding a ship that was about to leave, or do you just want to tell us why you wanted to get off that planet?
He just kind of looks and he goes, there's nothing for me there. The orphanage sucks. They work us and beat us. I lost 2 of my best friends that way. I had to get off. I had to go somewhere, anywhere else. And I saw the loading dock was still open and no one was around. And I just hopped on because I figured what better way to get off than to escape by hopping on a ship and going wherever.
All right. I do want to actually check to see if I can tell if he's lying, but I'm not. My reaction and response are not going to change regardless of what that answer is. So if you want to deal with that rolling later, we can do that because I know we're on a time crunch.
No, just go ahead and do an empathy, and I'm going to give you a +2 empathy.
Okay. I'm still dealing with all that stress, right?
No, so everyone gets to take their stress down to 0 at this point in time. Things have de-escalated, things have calmed down. Take your stress all the way down.
Okay. And you said modifier of, did you say 1 or 2?
2.
2.
Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, yeah. You look and you can clearly see this kid is telling the truth. There's like sadness in the eyes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mason, I'll be honest with you. I'm not in command of this ship, and in fact, the commander of this ship technically reports to the CEO of a company who also happens to be on board. So I'm going to do my best to sort of keep you safe. They're going to probably try and offload you at our next stop that's got an actual facility there. But I also got to warn you, you're going to have to work your passage at a minimum. Can you cook? Can you help with the mechanics? Anything like that?
I'll clean. I'll do whatever you want. I don't want to go back there.
Unless the commander or the boss of this company decide to turn us around, I don't think that's going to happen to you.
And he just kind of looks and just kind of nods. And then just go, okay.
All right. Well, I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get you some kind of quarters, and I don't even know if there's. I gotta have to look at the map. Do we have a brig? I doubt it.
We got 2 bunk rooms. We don't have a brig though.
Yeah, no
we
brig.
Have a quarantine area
that could be used as well. But yeah, there's showers. You can clean the kid up. New clothes. And then
that's kind of what I meant by get his room ready. Is like throwing him in there.
Yeah, and I would say these science rooms can function as a pseudo bridge. You can lock these doors automatically as well. So I would say, because you're doing science things.
Got the key, right?
Yeah, I have the keypad. Key card.
So you get the kid cleaned up.
You never know what you may find.
Yeah, so you get the kid cleaned up. You get him fed. He answers any questions. Pretty straightforward stuff. What would you like to do next? Anything else that you all want to do?
Isaac wants to run a battery of tests on him, just so we can get a medical record and see what kind of vitals, if he's sick, is he have any allergies, any, predispositions to like, I don't know, anything. He wants to make sure he's in the system and that he knows what's up with this kid, physically.
Yeah.
Malnourishment, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say Riley works with you on getting those tests. You get all the samples and stuff you need. I would say there's no worries or concern there. She definitely assists you with that. Let's see.
Sam would like to let the assistant to the CEO, Ms. Holt, he would like to let her know. He figures he'll go through the chain of command. I kind of believe it's easier to go through Ms. Holt.
Behind you, Stanley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how would that conversation go?
If you do that, you can see that I'm already talking to her and reporting the situation and everything like that.
All right, so Stan, you have it under control? Because if you've got it under control, I'll go back to the bridge and I'll make sure that our flight plan is accurate.
Yeah, you hear me talking about we'll drop the kid off at the next drop off with the Colonial Marshals as per protocol EV2-1.3 for criminals, stowaways, thieves, and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah, and Kieran is right there. She's, very straightforward. She's talking to you. She's making sure everything's good. And all of a sudden in the background, you just hear Ellis just jump up. A kid on the ship? Where is he? And then like sprints out the hall and you just hear the door open and you hear running footsteps and Ellis is just like sprinting down the hallway to go see this kid and like starts asking him, how'd you do it? How'd you get on here? That's so cool. And is like trying to get in there. And then I would say probably if no one stops him, he's running all the way straight to the kid and just starts bombarding them with questions.
I'd been nearby, I would think. And I'm like, whoa, sir, it's a kid. Let him. He's getting a medical checkup, and we're trying to get him settled.
With syringes and vials here. I recommend you stay out of the infirmary until we're done with our tests.
Oh, that looks so
You'll
cool.
get to talk to the kid while he has his meal. You can talk to the kid, and maybe he'll be able to persuade you not to press charges. He seems like an okay kid right now.
Charges?
Right?
What are you?
D&D together or something?
Yeah. Charges? Why?
Well, there are certain rules and regulations about stowaways and what penalties and the like. But if the company opts not to press charges, I don't see why there would have to be.
Isaac, what's that? What are you, Isaac? What are you? It just completely ignores you and just starts talking to.
Sir, Mr.
I'll worry
Freeze,
about it later.
if it was up to me, I would have this kid kept in cryo for the entire journey to Ironside. We have not planned for an extra mouth to feed or strain on the life support system. I know the ship can support more people than that, but I do not want an extra pair of hands who is unqualified, he glares at the kid when he says this, to be interfering with our operations.
Oh, he'll be fine. He can hang out with me. I mean, we'll be sitting out, hanging on the ship. Remember, pretend like I'm not here, okay? Not a big deal. He can hang out with me, and then you guys can go do your adventures, and we can watch from the ship and the video cams and everything. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be cool.
Okay. But in the meantime, please, this blood sample needs to get into the freezer, which is right behind you, so if you can just move to the left a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Freeze, how about we leave the infirmary to those qualified to be in there, and that would be Isaac and, if necessary, Franz.
Oh, sure, okay? Sure.
I'll escort you back to your quarters, sir. How about that?
Yeah, sure thing. No, and great work out there. I heard you did an awesome job.
I'm not sure who told you that, but I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, and so with that, that'll bring us to a good stopping point. We got the kid all synced up. We had another appearance from our greatest, wonderful Mr. Amazing Ellis Freeze, the CEO.
Mr. Amazing.
Okay, we've got to.
I was just thinking of
We've got
that.
to find his. Got to find his energy drink supply and cut it off.
That's why we don't have beer or liquor on board.
Yeah.
We'll find a fidget cube on our next port.
All right. So with that, great session, everyone. This was phenomenal. We're going to put a pause onto the world building. We're going to do 2 sessions of the world building next session. But we are going to get into the experience and developing your characters. So everyone get your character sheet up and get ready to add those experience points. I'm going to walk through the questions. It's up to you to answer them and see whether or not you satisfy them. So, first question. I hope you all get this one. Did you participate in this game? If so, you get 1 point.
Yes. Where's the experience? Okay, I found it. Thank you.
Yep, it's going to be on the general.
Yep.
All right. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda?
Nope.
I let everybody else do the work while I observed and reported everything. So I could report everything.
That's a real sacrifice right there.
And I would say you didn't also relay the messages as you deemed, which was a risk. So
that's true.
I could say that I could see that. And then I was going to say, Paul, did you do something? So you did risk something, but did it further your personal agenda?
I'd like to think so, because not so much the crawling into the vent and everything, but trying to keep the atmosphere calm, particularly with Flash.
Yeah.
And then to try and calm the infirmary down a bit. Like, oh, everybody, chill out. Let's just, we don't have to go crazy here.
Okay. The next one is, did you risk your life for your buddy PC? That one should be pretty... Okay.
Nope.
Did you...
I don't have a buddy PC.
Yeah. And again, this is one of the things where you can add them and change them and move them as each session goes on. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival PC?
Just
I did a little bit.
One of those either.
I don't think I stood up to France.
Okay.
I wanted you to. I did put Isaac as my rival as well. So
Very nice.
I did want to try and challenge you on in the med bay.
Oh, I was planning on that, but maybe later on, because he did have more medical skill. I did say, I think you did challenge me, so you would get the point, because you were the one who wanted to do the medical kit rather than me, even though I was on med bay. So you should definitely get that point.
All right, next one. No one gets this one, but it's, did you make a panic roll? We didn't have any panic.
We did one, didn't we?
That was stress.
I made one.
That was a stress. That wasn't a panic.
I'm sorry. Stress roll. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah. I still don't know the rules, so.
Yep, no worries.
Sorry about that.
For how common panic roll, how rare panic rolls are now, since we introduced the stress system, does that also include a point for stress responses and panic, or should that still stay separate?
It's going to be separate for sure. I will make sure panic gets introduced. So you won't have to worry about that. The next one is, did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means?
Yeah, that was dangerous. A stowaway on board, non-violently.
Yeah, I think everyone gets one there. Everyone supported it. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation? I think the CEO being on board was a very significant discovery for everybody.
Finding out there's a stowaway.
A stowaway.
Discovery.
Next one is, did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
Nothing extraordinary on my end.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Do you think climbing into a vent was
Not for me.
extraordinary, not knowing what's in there?
And seeing like the blood.
Yeah.
I mean, if you all want to give it to me, I'm not going to turn it down. But the
Jake,
way
I leave
the way
it.
I look at it, okay, I'll take it. No, I mean, the way I sort of look at it is like, this is kind of what he's supposed to be doing. This is his job. I mean,
Yeah.
it's.
I mean,
So
that's
if
part of
you
it,
guys think
right?
I should take it,
Yeah.
It's normal for you, but it's not normal for the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
The rest of us probably wouldn't have
Yeah,
crawled
so-
into that vent.
So I'd say that we give you the point there. And the
okay, I'll
last,
take it.
yeah, and the last one is: did you earn money? Everyone gets this one because you all got contracts, so you all got money coming and stuff like that. So I would say you got your first paycheck before you started. So I'd say everyone gets 1 point there.
Ooh, so I get my
You got it in
1400.
advance.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
1400, that's insane.
And so
That's
with that, we're gonna pause on the spending any XP, but think about it over the break on what you may spend that on. If you want to change or add buddies or rivals, you're more than welcome to do that as well.
I
I
think
want to
I'm
give.
going to have to put Stanley down as a rival.
Yeah.
I think there's no choice. What do you think, Stan? Should I be a rival?
I mean, if I get the achievement of everybody's my rival at the end of this, then I've done my job.
Awesome. So
I'll do that.
So with that, that is going to be the end of our stream and our session. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Be with us next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on time, now that we know how to get it all working and running again. I'm going to pass it over. Does anyone have a sign-off message that they want to do for this session? Liam, go ahead. Sign us off.
Right. Personal log, Isaac Grayson. This ship is not what it seems. The promise of this expedition has been built on shaky foundations. The crew seems fine, but the discovery of the CEO and a new stowaway has raised significant concerns about how protocol may or may not be followed. Expect further information to follow in the following months. This is Isaac Grayson, Science Officer of the Aurora Ventures, signing off.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And everybody, Raiders, welcome in. Sorry, Randy Radioactive. We are just finishing up and we are signing off. Give you a quick recap is this ship has taken off with a new corporation. The CEO decided to be on board. We found a stowaway. And we are going to be streaming this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we hope to have you in going forward. Thank you for rating us. And everybody have a great evening. See ya.
Take care, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Night, gang.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes. The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 5